Hello, everyone. Welcome to the call. My name is Shay Shiva. I am the admin for Web3Sonic. Web3Sonic is a smart contract that is deployed on the Sonic blockchain, right? It's the first 100% true instant pay smart contract of this type, right? It's a membership platform. You have 10 different membership levels that unlocks different membership benefits and features as we go. We have a new dashboard coming and we'll go ahead and activate that. But the smart contract is live. We've already paid out over 53,000 Sonic, I believe, already during our pre-launch or phase one. This is the new smart contract that we have right now. It has 10 levels. So when you come in, you can get started for minimum 10 Sonic, right? This is an open source smart contract that's immutable. It's deployed to the Sonic blockchain. Sonic is an upgrade from the Phantom blockchain. So while it's a new blockchain and a new EVM layer one blockchain, it's not a new project, right? This is a project that's almost 4 years old. So they have some real cutting edge technology. And we are on the fastest EVM layer one blockchain. What does that mean? It means that when it comes to smart contracts, we have no competition, right? We are capable of doing over 4,000 transactions per second, right? That's the theoretical highest throughput. So far, the highest hit on Sonic is right around 2,700. So and there's no applications that are demanding what Sonic can deliver, right? And that's why we're so excited about this project because Sonic allows us to, as developers, as a developer, right? It allows us to apply and earn up to 90% of the transaction fees back on your whatever applications you're building on the blockchain, right? So that allowed us to create a smart contract where we could pay out instantly 100% with zero admin fees, right? This is a peer-to-peer smart contract, right? The smart contract is just acting as the application on the blockchain that's executing the transactions, right? Based on the referrals, right? So it's tracking your referrals when they come in. You get an ID number that's attached to your wallet address, and you can use that ID number to share the platform with other people, right? We made the onboarding process very, very simple. You just need to download and set up the wallet, right? The Rabby wallet. So you just click here on Rabby, you can set that up. You can use other Web3 wallets. However, they won't have the Sonic blockchain tokens integrated, right? So you'll have to use a third party if you want to swap, right? So when it comes to things like Bitcoin, on Sonic and also USDC, you're going to need the Rabby wallet, right? So if you have SafePal, you have your 12 words, you can also install Rabby, right? You want to have multiple wallets for different things, right? It gives you better security and gives you more power in the Web3 DeFi space, right? You can do a lot more. And that's what we're teaching you here on this platform, right? There's multiple ways to earn, right? But the 10 levels start off at 10 Sonic, then it doubles, right? So your income, right, is doubling on each level, right? Your 4x, 8x, 16x, 32x, 64x, 128, 256, right? All the way up to level 10, where you're multiplying, right, your income from level 1 512 times, right? Doing the same work, right? Sharing it with people. They're utilizing the platform, they're upgrading, just as everyone is, right? So we created this platform just because I got tired of everything that's out there. There was nothing that was really giving me what I wanted, right? It was either based on a CEO or some product that they claim was amazing, right? And we've yet to see anything like that, right? That's really worth it, right? But when it comes to blockchain technology, when it comes to smart contracts, when it comes to something that's open source, right? Where it's anyone can license it, right? It's free, right? All you have to do is pay the transaction fee to activate the smart contract. The website is just a dashboard that's reading the information from a smart contract, right? All your information is stored on the blockchain, right? Even the funds that are in your wallet, right? They're not in your wallet, right? They're on the blockchain, right? They're sitting in the Sonic blockchain, and you have permission for that wallet to access those funds directly from the blockchain, right? So we wanted to build something that pretty much cut out all the middleman, right? Allowed you to connect your wallet directly to the blockchain and earn Sonic, right? So Sonic is the native token of the Sonic blockchain, right? So that's the token that we're using, right? Right now, the Sonic is trading at somewhere around 50 cents. Where is it right now? It's around 49 cents, right? Now keep in mind that this is a token that's launched less than 4 months ago, right? So with over $1 billion in TVL, right? Which is applications that are built on Sonic and the amount of volume that they're doing, right? That's what the total value is, right? It's all the different applications that are built on Sonic currently within the span of 4 months, right? And we've hit that number in 66 days. Right? Which is faster than any other EVM layer one blockchain. So we're very, very excited about this token, this blockchain, right? Just by participating in Sonic, right? Which means you set up your wallet and you put some Sonic in it, right? You're earning points, right? You can redeem those points in June when the airdrop redemption portion goes live, right? So right now we're just accumulating points, right? And you can connect to those points right here. It'll take you directly to the Sonic website, and you can learn about the point system, and you can track your points there, right? But this is a very, very powerful smart contract. Nothing like it exists, right? It pays out 100% on all your odd referrals, right? So all your direct referrals, right? There's no limit to how many you can refer, right? You can refer 5, 10, 20, 100 people, and you're earning 100% on all your odd referrals, right? On the even referrals, that's where our team building structure kicks in, right? This is where you create the leverage, right? That we're all looking for in network marketing, right? And it's very, very powerful. And it has a very high payout also, right? 25% is very, very high compared to other platforms that are paying out. Now, keep in mind, you're also earning 25% on your odd referrals, right? Your odd referrals, they're also going to refer even referrals too, right? So you're going to get 25% on your odd referrals, they're even referrals also, right? So it's a very simple but powerful compensation plan that's programmed to basically identify each referral coming in as either odd or even and place them accordingly, right? But it gives you the ability to build your network and keep 100% of that volume. Right? When you start off, those people that you start to refer, they're going to be your direct referrals. They're going to fall on your first level, right? Their referrals are going to fall on your second level, right? Those referrals are going to fall on your third level, and then those people, whoever they refer, right? And there's no limits to how many, right? Those will be your fourth things. So you're earning 25% on 4 levels below you, right? So one of the things when it comes to compensation plans, right? It's being able to make the most amount of money with the least amount of people, right? You see some of these structures and you have to build thousands and thousands of people, right? In order for you to earn, right? We're not set up that way. We're high ticket, we're instant pay, right? We don't beat around the bush. Right, we pay very, very high commissions, right, in order for you to share this platform, right, and give people an opportunity so that they can finally make some money, right? Because 90% of what's out there it isn't working or is going to end up scamming everyone and rug pulling. Right. When it comes to smart contracts, right? If the smart contract is holding any funds in the smart contract, 99% of those smart contracts don't last. Right. It's just a fact. I'm not calling anyone out, right? They just the admins just get greedy and they drain the funds in the smart contract, right? So we have a true 100%. When you go to look at the smart contract, there's nothing in the smart contract. It does not hold anything. Right, it does not take any admin fees, any transaction fees, right? The Sonic blockchain has its own transaction fee, but those transaction fees are less than 0.01 per Sonic per transaction, right? So less than, what is it, 0.003 of a penny, right? You're paying for your transaction costs, right? And that gives us the ability, right, to do what other smart contracts can't do, because all the other smart contracts out there, they struggle because of the transaction fees, right? Or they have to go to a layer 2 blockchain, right? Such as Optimism or OPBNB, right? In order to get the same performance, right? But they're still paying a premium on those transaction fees, right? Because they're using Ethereum or they're using BNB, which is, somewhere around $600 and Ethereum, which is around $1,700, right? So their transaction fees just to register, right, is 1,000 times more than it is for our smart contract, right? Because we're built on the Sonic blockchain, right? And we're super fast. When we say instant pay, we mean instant, right? By the time the transaction is submitted, it shows up on your blockchain because of Sonic's incredible consensus mechanism, right? Super fast transactions, right? And then now because of that, we can introduce Bitcoin to Sonic, right? Now we're not introducing Bitcoin. Bitcoin already exists on Sonic, right? We're just using that token for our payments.